Hey everyone, it's Tammy.
And this is Greg, and we are chock full of quarters.
I know you've all been wanting a video, and we have been super busy. Like, we're talking busy. So I want to give you some updates, and when we got some more videos coming out and stuff like that. So we tried to buy another laundromat. Actually, the one that you had seen the video on the zombie mat that we did about over a year ago. We went back and talked to the guy, and he wanted to sell. So we offered a little bit more money, came to an agreement, and hours before we were ready to sign the paperwork, he backed out. So, I just say that.
Yeah, that's how
that's how it happens. So you can probably see that we're not at the laundromat. We're in Florida, and not for good. We came down for a week to a place that we've been thinking about when it's time for us to retire. And where are we, Greg?
We are in the Villages, Florida.
Hold on. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear any pineapple jokes, upside down or upside right, loofah jokes. I don't want to hear any of it.
Yeah.
Because we haven't heard or seen anything like that.
Yeah,
so
it's not.
We don't think it's.
It's like anywhere else. Does that happen? I'm sure. Does it happen any more than it happens at any other neighborhood in the United States? No.
So we're here. We're just taking a break. We're sitting in one of the recreation center's parking lot, and we wanted to make a quick video because this video really is kind of about, when do you start planning for your retirement when you own a laundromat?
Well, I'm of the opinion you need to start planning for your retirement the day you graduate high school, no matter who you are. You need to think of this as planning how your life. That's what it boils down to. How do you want to live your life?
At every point.
At every point in your life. And retirement doesn't mean you're not working. Retirement means you no longer have to work. What do you want to do at that point in your life? Because a lot of people live here who get little jobs, help at these rec centers, helping people out, giving directions, doing whatever. Not because they have to, but because they want to.
Everybody here is down
volunteering,
here. So active.
So active.
It's everybody's active.
Some people don't. Some people go out and play. This is the pickleball capital of the world. They play pickleball all day. They play shuffleboard. I know it's a stereotype. They play tennis. They play golf. This is a huge golf community.
It's also a golf cart community.
Yes.
So if you can't see behind us,
see where we're sitting. We are not in a car.
Okay, all those little golf carts going by. Everybody see, we're in a golf cart. So we played a little golf. We've done a lot of things. So right now, we're still years away from retirement, but what we're thinking is that we're going to buy a house, maybe do it as an investment property, rent it out so it pays for itself, so that we have a home to come to, but also so that we can come down and use it during the year. And we're thinking about trying to put together a team, a management team, so that we can still buy, because there's another laundromat we're looking at, and that we can put together a team so the laundromats can be run remotely. We can come down for a couple months and enjoy it, and we still have our laundromats, so we don't have to sell them off. So speaking of the laundromat, so how's the laundromat doing? Greg, how is the laundromat doing?
So much better than we would have thought. We have more than doubled, almost tripled. From the numbers we were showing you guys, it is more than double that.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put down right here, somewhere right
over
here.
my face.
I'm going to do a screenshot of our Dexter Live year to date from January 1st to what's the
March 26th.
Yeah,
that's today.
So that'll be what you'll see, what we've done so far. You can divide that by weeks or however you want to do it.
Well, we are doing better per week now than we were January 1st.
Yes.
So business is growing. It's sort of leveled out, but it's growing little by little. Okay, so we're doing better now. So if you divide that out, it won't show exactly how well we're doing right now.
Yeah, but we're doing. It's growing. Every week it just seems like it's just. It's like I feel like we're the little train going up that mountain. It just we keep getting more and more, and it's been wonderful. So we've been super busy. And
the only advertising. This is. And I get yelled at all the time. So I'm like, we need to advertise. And Tammy is 100% right. The only advertising we've done is word of mouth and Google.
Yeah, I spend very little on Google.
Yeah.
I do have Google Ads, and I spend very little on the Google Ads. I think I'm spending $10 a day, if
Yeah.
that. I really don't think. Yeah, I think it's like
just enough to
just
keep
enough.
us on the top when you do a Google search in our area.
And also, I created I created a website for the laundromat. So it's been, all the things that we've done have just created the snowball effect for our business. So being open 24 hours, I think has really it's done wonders for our laundromat. When I get calls, excuse me, I get calls all the time. Are you open 24 hours? I'm like, yes, we are. Now, I don't know if all of these people that call me are coming down during when we're open 24 hours, but I think they like the idea that they can just come when they want, whether they do it or not. I think they really enjoy that. And so, but I have to stop and I have to give a big shout out and thank you to Danny D'Angelo. Look,
Absolutely.
we did not like the idea of 24 hours because we were still like, oh, well, we're gonna have all these problems and blah blah. We really thought that this was gonna be horrible. It was the best thing we ever did. And he's absolutely right when he says, now I don't know if it'll work for all neighborhoods, but for our neighborhood it's working. And he said that when people are in your laundromat in the middle of the night and somebody wants to come in and do bad things, they're not going to because there's witnesses in there. They're not going to come in and do bad things. And we have found that to be true because we had an incident where there was nobody in the laundromat between 4 a.m. and 5 a.m. And this man came in and tried to break into one of our change machines, and he was able to get through the hinge, but the Medco locks held on the change machine. It was the one the newest one that we had just installed. And all he could get out of that machine was the manual. That was it. And
he probably could have grabbed a few handfuls of quarters, but he didn't get any paper.
Nothing. He
wasn't able to pull the hopper out.
Yeah, he couldn't get his arm in far enough. And there was a reason why he stopped.
Somebody came in.
Somebody came in
Somebody
to do
pulled
it.
in the parking lot at like 4 in the morning or 5 in the morning, whatever time it was.
Yeah.
And he saw that, and he didn't run, but he walked out. And when I first walked in the laundromat that morning or later that day, I didn't notice it right when I walked in that the change machine was like that. I looked over and I was like, huh, it looks a little odd. And as I got closer, I could see what had happened. Yeah. And we're gonna have to replace it.
Yeah, we were upset by it because he wore a COVID mask, he had a hoodie on, he had a thick jacket on, and the police don't believe they're gonna be able to identify him. But that's okay because I'm getting a brand new change machine.
Yeah.
So because we're doing so well, I'm able to buy a brand new change machine. I didn't have to file a claim. I didn't file a claim with the insurance company because I didn't want them. I just because we had just filed a claim a month earlier because what happened? I'm going to try to include a clip of the damage that was done. Okay, so we're going to start with this. The door alignment we think is off.
Yeah, they locked. The police locked, so they put the tape on. Lock that side of the door.
Okay.
And this side doesn't line up.
Yeah.
You really got to push it.
We got to push it. Okay. Up. So so the reason that probably isn't aligned up is because of all of this. So they're saying there's no structural damage. It's just the frame.
The main strut, where you can see where he hit, where his bumper. You can see the crack in the wall.
Yeah.
Right here, and the main strut holding this part of the building up.
Oh, okay, I see it.
It's right here, and that was not.
That beam never moved, huh? Well, that's good.
The inspector did have to condemn the building because of the glass. And he says once we get it boarded up, we can reopen.
We're gonna have to do looks like some masonry work too. Let's go inside and see what's going on.
Yeah, about a month before that, I don't know if you guys remember, a few years ago, our building got hit. And we had to shut down because the lady hit one of our walls, which is a supporting wall. Well, the building got hit again. Unfortunately for us, this time he just hit where the windows are right next to the main double doors.
It was just glass.
It was just glass and that little part of the brick right there. So it wasn't anything supporting. So once I got the windows removed and the plywood put up, I had a company come and do that afternoon. we were able to reopen. So we were closed for 6-8 hours, whatever it was, and that was, it's a hassle, and we had to.
I'll be honest with you. I think we were a little busier because people wanted to come in and see, because there was plywood up. They wanted to come and see what was going on.
Yeah.
But so we've had a few little hiccups, but it hasn't stopped us. It hasn't stopped our business. It's still growing. I do have to say, we're loving the Dexter machines. We are loving the Dexter machines.
They are awesome. They have made us the heroes of our neighborhood and our laundromat.
Yes,
it is incredible.
We are the heroes. We most definitely are. It is. We very rarely go down there for a call. I'm able to handle things with the Dexter Live to start machines. I can stop machines. I can do a rinse and spin if maybe they put a little too much soap in.
And we just found out the other day there's a feature called drum clean.
Yeah, drum clean.
We didn't know about that. We knew about the rinse and spin. We knew about the rinse and spin was when they opened it, they were going over the features, and they're like, oh, if somebody calls, you don't have to give them a full wash. You can just do a rinse and spin.
Yeah, we can do a rinse and spin.
We were like, wow, okay,
so
that's a nice feature.
So the thing was, and here's how we found out about it. I got a call about a woman called me, and she was so upset that there was all this dog hair in the wash machines. And I said, well, hold on. And I was just going to do a rinse and spin, and then I found, and as I was doing it, I saw it's
clean
called
drum.
Clean drum. So what it does is it just kind of washes the drum out. It doesn't spin it. It just gives it a quick wash around, and all that dog hair went down the drain.
Yes, and you got to understand, the final rinse and spin is 11 minutes. A normal wash is about a half hour. The drum clean is only about 3 minutes.
Yeah, it was great.
So it's a matter of not having to do, like in our old machines, if you wanted to clean it out, you had to do a full wash. Now, I can do a tenth of a wash, one little amount of water, a lot less electricity to clean out my drum.
She was so happy because she really, what she wanted me to come down there and clean it out. Yeah. And I'm like, well, if you shut those doors for me and hit start when I tell you. And she was just like, wow.
We're like, oh my God.
She just was like, I can't believe you can do that. And I said, yes, I can. I can do a lot more. So if you ever have a problem, same thing with the dryers. And they think, I mean, they really do.
Because this doesn't take, and it's 15 minutes for us to get down there and then to get home and then dealing with whatever problem they're having. Which, if it's just
immediate.
It's immediate. It takes a half hour out of my life. It gives me a half hour of my life back, or 45 minutes or an hour.
And it's not this.
It's like great.
It's not this. Sometimes you don't have to stop what they're doing.
Yeah.
To accomplish something.
Because it's their time too, which they're going to be a loyal customer if they don't have to waste. They don't want to wait either.
Yeah.
They don't.
So
they don't want to wait 15 minutes for you to get down there and to do something.
So if anybody who has Dexter machines and hasn't gotten the Dexter Live and you're able to do it, do it.
Or if you're thinking about it and they offer it.
Or if you're thinking about retooling, please get Dexter.
So worth it.
Get Dexter equipment. And we've had a few little hiccups with some of the machines, but because they're under warranty, everything's covered.
It's a machine and nothing's perfect. They're gonna. And when they malfunction, they can fix them.
Yeah.
They're new.
It's been super easy. So we've had all this great luck with that, and we have Laundromat, and we're gonna make another video about that. We don't want to talk about that right now. We're gonna make another separate video about Laundromat. I'm hoping to do it soon. I'm really hoping to do it soon. I'm trying to think. I know you all want to just hear all the stuff that's been going on, and I'm going to be honest with you. Now that we've retooled, not a lot happens down there. It just doesn't. We're just not having the stuff. We're not down there as much. I mean, okay, so we were down at the laundromat before we retooled, maybe 5 hours total. If we weren't having to fix something, we were there 5 hours, maybe a little longer if we were having to do something.
Well, we had a guy cleaning for us, and then I would go in once a week and clean on Sunday nights. Now, we're doing so well, we've hired a company, so we don't clean anymore. They clean. I have another guy that comes in about 8 to 10 hours later and kind of
just does a quick
little wipe up, make sure, because we're so busy. If we didn't clean twice a day, or at least straighten up at the end of the day, the midnight people would be like, this place is disgusting. And we don't want that.
We don't want that.
You know, we want it to look basically clean all the time.
Yeah. So our guy comes in.
So he comes in,
wipe up, sweep.
Does a quick wipe up. I'm down there collecting quarters.
More,
maybe, like Tammy was about to say, we're there or I'm there maybe 4 hours a week.
Okay, but we're doing a lot more collections right now because we're down a change machine.
Yes.
I mean, before we lost that change machine, because he really damaged the whole thing.
Yeah.
You were down there maybe twice a week?
I had to go maybe twice a week, so it was about maybe 2 hours a week, 2.5, doing the collection, and you know, because we had.
Yeah. And unless there's a jam in the coin machine,
that I have to go down for.
We have to go down for. So, other than that, we're hardly there. We just it just you know knock on wood.
Yeah.
It's
exactly.
It's running like clockwork right now. So and until we can
the new machines and the new technology is incredible.
Yeah. I don't know what I was so afraid of.
Yeah.
I was afraid to retool. I was, and I don't really.
You'll make enough money to cover it.
Yes.
If you retool.
Don't think that you won't. Yeah.
Keep it clean, keep it safe, and your machines, because they're new, they're working. That's the formula.
Yeah,
clean, safe, and working machines. Those are the three things you have to have.
There is nothing else.
That's the formula.
There is nothing else to a successful laundromat but that. So when you're like, well, is there any other secrets you can tell us? And like, those are the secrets.
You know, we replaced the lights so it's very bright. Yeah. That's under the safety umbrella. Replace the machines so they work.
Clean.
We hired a company now.
And they come.
And we have to, when you go down to collect, you have to check up, make sure they're doing their job correctly, like any other employee. Sometimes you got to call and say, hey, can you start doing this a little better? I'm not happy. Yeah. You still have to get on people, but we're there 2-3 hours a week.
Yeah. And this is it. This is what.
I mean, we're there like, once I get the new change machine, and we're there 2.5 hours a week. I mean, it's a lot of work for me. It's like a couple $100,000 a year.
Yeah, we are projected. So I know you all like to. Someone had asked me about projections, and I said the projection for this year with the retool, after from January 1st to the end of this year, we are projecting to do $250,000 in gross sales. And I'm going to be honest with you. Our water bill hasn't gone up that much.
No.
We're not really sure why.
No leaks,
efficient machines. I mean, I think our water bill went up a total of maybe $300.
And the other thing, before we opened with the new machines, Tammy wasn't happy with the eco setting on the Dexter machines. So I went in, and you can reset the new machines.
We're on the classic.
We're on the classic setting for water levels. So it went up from here to here on the water. But it gives the customers a little more water. We think it does a better job. And we are still saving a ton of money on our water bill.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So, somebody had asked me if I would consider going to another brand, Alliance or Wascombat, and I'm going to tell you right now, no. I will not buy, unless for some reason they didn't want to finance a new store for us or whatever. I don't think that's going to happen, but I would probably have to beg, borrow, and steal to make sure that I had Dexter. It's just, every laundromat owner they're brand loyal. They become brand loyal. We have definitely become brand loyal. We were brand loyal to Wascombat.
We were. They were easy. They were,
Not anymore. Nope.
Easy to work on, but.
Not anymore. No.
The Dexters, once you open the top and you look down and all the wires are color coded, which prior to this, working on the Wascomats where everything's gray and numbered, and that's a nightmare to work on when all the numbers are faded.
I remember that, yes.
Whereas now you find the orange wire, look for the orange wire. You don't need to guess which one it is. It's the only orange wire down there. Yeah. That's the one you need to pull or whatever.
And what was it? When he needs to work on a drain, like we've gotten a couple of like slow drain errors, so we think that maybe there's something in there. It's one panel that comes off the bottom. Yeah. And you just stick.
And the drain is right there. And it comes off. The old Wascomats, when I had to pull the drain off, they made the hose fit on there so tight, it was so hard to get it to fit back on before I had to put the clamp back on. These fit tight, but I can put it on and kind of wiggle it a little bit, and it goes right up, and then I put the clamp on, and I'm done in 2 minutes. I mean, it still can be nasty, and just because there's still dirty clothes being put in there, but it's so much easier.
Yeah, it is. So he comes home and he's like, yeah, There was a barbed wire
Yeah,
in there.
I found barbed wire. You still, I mean, you still find stuff that you don't want to have to pull out of there, but you do.
Yeah.
Still happens.
Yeah. So again, oops, let me get.
Sorry, bouncing around a little.
Yeah. So yeah. So it's great. It's been great, and so if you are able to retool.
If you have the need, don't do it if it's not necessary.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. No.
Get the if you have half your machines are broken and
If you can even retool a little bit, maybe even if it's just one row, start small.
And that's what they told us. We were very odd in that they were like, most people don't do a whole store at once, and we didn't even do the whole store. We did half once, and then 3 months later did the other half, washers then dryers and washers. But they were like, most people don't do that. Most people do a row at a time.
We didn't know that.
So
I'm like, oh, you can do a row at a time.
If you have a bad row in your place, do a row. Do a row.
Yep.
Customers will love it.
Yeah, they will, and they'll see the progress. Remember, I always said they want to see progress, But again, so we just wanted to give you an update. So we're down here in Florida. We're gonna go play some pickleball here.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna try. We're taking a lesson to see if we like it. And so we just want to say hi, and hopefully I can get some. We don't have a lot to talk about anymore. We don't have a lot to show you.
Yeah.
So if there's something you want to see other than coin collections, let me know, and we'll see what we can do. Bye.